guys, welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Portsmouth. Now, if you remember the last episode, we had a little bit of trouble with the game because it was after the hotfix, and I think my computer was updating something in the background because it's been fine with me recording other live comms today, so I think it may have been more my computer's fault than the game per se. So, I take full responsibility for that. Also, apologies for getting so annoyed in that West Brom game. It was just one of those things where, you know how it is. We've all had those moments where you just want to throw the goddamn game out the window. I had another one of those this month, actually, and you'll see why in a sec. But, yeah, we managed to come back and win it, which was unbelievable. We've got real comeback power, which is great. And in this month, I just wanted to try and continue this. But I think the problem we're having at the moment is our away form. Like, at home, we are, apart from the odd blips like the Sheffield Wednesday game, which was just weird, we're relatively decent at home. Like, we drew at home to Fulham, we beat Peterborough, we drew against Wigan, we beat Sheffield United, we drew against QPR in the Cup, we beat Leeds, we beat West Brom. In our next game we were away from home, but the tactic doesn't seem to work away from home, and I've yet to find a tactic that will actually allow us to be solid away from home, because this one just doesn't seem to do it, and I can't figure out why. Also, something I've noticed this month is that for some reason, like, when you have a load of clear-cut chances, generally we don't seem to score as many as we get, whereas I thought it was like that the team we were playing would always seem to score more. They always score more goals than the chances they had, whereas we were the other way around. But what I've noticed is it seems to be more a case of the home team will score more goals than chances they get, and the away team just cannot seem to score the chances. That's what I seem to notice, regardless of what the team is, whether it's us or the computer. When we're at home, we seem to score a lot more goals despite having less chances. Where away, we can't score to save our life, despite sometimes creating loads of chances, and it's really strange. But yeah, so the first game of the month was away at Brentford, and unfortunately, we just couldn't carry that form in, and away from home, again, Brentford are not having a good time of it. They were better than us in most areas of this game. When Charlie Musonda put us in front, actually, one thing I also want to say, question of the day before I get into this, sorry, I've just completely misled this. Question of the day. My question of the day is a simple one today, and that is simply, how do you watch my videos? And that is, what I mean by that is, like, I was talking to some guys in the comments a couple of weeks ago, about how what a lot of people do apparently is they listen rather than watch. There's almost like a sort of radio show / podcast kind of thing they almost do, because they're usually playing FM at the same time or something like that. So I want to know is, do you do that, or do you just watch them straight out? Like, how did you do that? So yeah, let's get straight back into things. Charlie Musonda put us in front of 5 minutes, which was awesome. And I think the assist was from Kieran Griffiths, which was even better because he's been superb with slipping these lovely little balls through. Then, unfortunately, Moses Adebayo was able to level for Brentford, and then they got a penalty, would you believe? We still can't seem to stop conceding penalties either. We did score one in this game too. But unfortunately, then Bulldog was able to score another goal after that, and it was actually 3-1 to Brentford at half-time. We got back in the game for a penalty of our own from Danny Hollins on 51 minutes, which was good. Danny Hollins has actually been really starting to... I've been enjoying him a lot this year. He's been doing well, and his stats are actually increasing quite a lot, considering he's not that young. I think he's like 27, 28 now. But then Etienne Veliconia was able to make it 4-2 to Brentford, and I don't know what they were like. I think they were the better side. In fact, well, I mean, they deserved to win it, I'd have to say, based on that sort of stuff. We created one more, but this is what I mean. Home side, 4 chances, 4 goals. As the away side. But my point is, I've got an example of that is in our favour too, to prove that seems to be what happens. I don't know why though, because clear-cut chances shouldn't be affected by home or away. It just seems to be something that I've noticed lately. So yeah, we lost and it was a shame. But in our next game, we had Watford at home, and if you remember, we got tanked by Watford when we played them at Vicarage Road early in the season. One of the few games that we've really looked completely out of our depth in. Today, they may have had a lot of shots, but it was kind of like they were all bark and no bite. John Marcus, on 21 minutes, gave us the lead, and then Eccleston wrapped up in the 90th minute. Watford were pretty poor for the most part in this game. We had three clear-cut chances, scored 2 goals. They had none and created basically nothing. All of this was from long range, and then again, we've conceded a lot of long-range goals lately, so that seems to be drying up a little too, which is nice, and might explain our slightly increased home form as well. But again, home form lately has been superb. You know, win. There's an away win there. Hello. But yeah, and now we come to the next game. This is the one that was almost like throw laptop out window time. No, it wasn't. What am I talking about? Against Derby, I tried something. I tried a new formation to see if we could stop the rot away from home. I basically did like a 4-4-2 diamond. So we actually started with Eccleston and Smith up top. then with like wide midfielders and attacking mid in behind them, which was obviously Griffiths, and then what was it? No, it was Misonda, and then defensive midfielder, which was Danny Hollins in this case, to sort of try and be more defensive. And it was a defensive style system. Unfortunately, it just didn't work. Tom Thorpe put Derby in front on 32 minutes, and then Mason Bennett made it 2-0 immediately after that. And when you're 2-0 down, there's no point in trying, so I reverted back to our original tactic, and we kind of probably would have had a better chance in this game had I started with it. Misonda got on back for us on the 53rd minute, and then Craig Bryson's late goal was enough to give Derby the win. They deserved it, there's no doubt about that. 3 clear-cut chances to none, and, well, they won 3-1, so makes perfect sense. That tactic did not work for us. I've still got it on there, and they're still training it. Maybe if they got better at it, but I've yet to find a way of playing away from home that seems to be able to stop us from conceding goals as many as this. It was the next game, which was away from home, that was the one that absolutely infuriated me, and this was this. 6-1 we lost to West Ham. 6-1, and that is embarrassing because we've been so good. Like, we've not lost games by huge margins generally. We've been quite good. Like, the biggest losses we've had are sort of 4-2, 3-1. It's always been that 2-goal margin. This game, that just went out the window. And you might think, well, what's the big complaint? Well, I'll tell you what the big complaint is. We had 23 shots, 10 on target. They had 21 shots, 8 on target. They scored 6 goals with their 8 shots on target. We only managed to score 1 goal with our... And they think, well, all right, fair enough. They may have had some good chances. They definitely did. They created a lot of good chances in this game. That's why it was 4-4. I don't understand how we only scored 1 goal in this game. They're finishing. We just get into these good positions and we cannot finish. Ryan Smith managed to score a goal for us. I think Zarate got 4. No, we got 3. Oh, and Asaidi scored twice as well. It was just ridiculous. I couldn't seem to stop them from scoring, even though we were playing the better stuff. And I couldn't change my tactics because we were playing well. It's just, I didn't understand what was going on. And this game was a really, really strange game. I've never been so... Like, it's a bit like that Nuremberg one I had with St. Pauli, where we were 3-3 and pretty much the better side for the game and lost 3-0. But this is worse because it's 6-1. It's just like, what? Alex Bass was useless in goal, and Maloney was pretty poor too. We were actually very, very poor. Fullback-wise, we were just ripped to shreds by the likes of Asaidi and Cresswell. I mean, Cresswell, he's a fullback and he scored from a corner. I mean, Jesus. So there we go. That was absolutely horrific and just shocked me, basically, because I just couldn't understand how we could lose by so much when we're playing at least as well as them, if not better. But there you go. In our next game, we were back at home again, and once again, home form seems to do it for you. Because look, Rotherham, they actually had more shots than us, and admittedly, same amount on target. Ryan Smith, Nathan Eccleston, and Charlie Musonda are sort of regular scorers for us now, but that's like, fair enough, you won. Yeah, they had 5 decent chances in this game. All of their shots were decent chances, and they couldn't take them. I just wonder, if they were the home team, would they have taken them? It just seems like, I don't know, that's just what I've noticed lately. Maybe it's just coincidence. It's just I do see that quite a lot. And I understand there's going to be more pressure on the away side to take the chances, but surely to that extent? They had 5 clear-cut chances and didn't score a single goal against us. I couldn't believe it. To be fair, we were very, very good in the first half, and all of that was in their second half onslaught where they threw everything at us, but they just couldn't break us down. Is that Chris Baird playing for Rotherham? Yes, it is. Bairdinho, still playing. Well done, son. I say son, he's years older than me. So there we go. That is the month we've had. So basically, won all the home games, lost all the away games. And today we're at home against Blackburn Rovers, and I couldn't come at a better time. Blackburn are terrible. But I'll just quickly show you the league. So we're in no danger of getting relegated now. We're 7 points... I would say no danger. We are still in some kind of danger, but I just don't think it's going to happen somehow. We're 7 points clear of the relegation places. We've been as much as 10 points clear at one point. We're sort of in that weird limbo situation where we're not quite bad enough to be dragged into a relegation battle, but we're not quite good enough to get into the sort of coattails of those teams battling for the playoffs. And I'll happily be in that position. I'd take a 15th place finish with the squad we've got. Yeah. Although we are going to have to do some serious work over the summer because we've got low knees at the moment. We need to strengthen. But I can't go around buying... Like, a couple of people said, oh, you need to spend loads of money. I can't. We don't have any money. This is the amount of money we have at the moment. We've got £131,000. and we've got 7k in wage budget at the moment. It's not enough money. Like, as much as I could put this all onto wage budget, but then we wouldn't be able to sign anyone because we wouldn't have the transfer budget in order to pay the agent fees. Like, I can't look at free transfers from the Premier League when they were released, because when I did, they all wanted 10, 15k a week. Don't have the money. We were on a very, very tight wage budget, and I would like to have a look at our wage budget compared to the rest of the league. This is just a little look here as well. I picked up another guy called Tom Saiku on a free transfer again. So another fullback. He's young, he's got a lot of potential. I'm just picking these players up because I know that in a couple of years they're going to be great, and I wanted to make sure that we've got. And even if they don't get in the team, we can sell them on for big money. And that's the way I'm thinking we're going to have to do it. Buy cheap, sell high. We're going to have to do it. But I don't want to lose people like Nathan Dodd and Grant Nichols, because they're going to be worth a lot more money, or they could be the sort of heroes of the future for this save. So the other guy we've looked at here, this is Gonzalo Larrea. Now, basically, this is a bit of a poach from the youth intake. So I just went and had a little look. If you do a Control W and then you go and filter it by youth intake, you can see the new youth intakes. But it's all randomised this year, so you don't know exactly. So the only one that was available when I actually looked at this was Uruguay. So I had a little look, and I'm basing this off purely the value. I can only see certain stats of his, but I've just taken a massive risk on this lad. But from some of the other players I was looking at, I managed to convince him to come to the club. He didn't want to come, which makes me think that he might actually have something about him. And yeah, he's not going to be joining us for a very long time. He's not going to be joining us till the end of next season because of the rules in Uruguay. But the point is that is a signing that is now wrapped up. It's cost us 300,000, and he hasn't actually got a work permit at the moment. But that's fine because we can send him out on loan until such time as we can get him one, or have to sell him on. But we'll be able to get a shitload more money for him because he looks like he could be quite decent. So yeah, there's that. I did have a look at a couple more, but that's all I could really do. I prefer to sign young players that have got a lot of potential, so we can help them realise that and actually get them first team football, than spending hundreds of thousands of pounds on players that aren't going to make us that much better. It's just one of those things. I think for the moment we're going to stay up. That seems to be fine. Next season I don't expect us to get promoted or anything like that either. We're just going to try and slowly but surely build something awesome here, and that's the way to do it, I feel, because if we try to spend loads now, which we can't even do anyway, then we could easily end up in huge financial trouble, and the club's not exactly on a great financial footing as it is. If you actually look at the debt that they have, where is the debt? Expenditure. Right. Wait, no, that's not the one, is it? There's definitely a thing I can see here that's got the... Yeah, here we go. Loans outstanding. We only owe £12.5 million, but that's quite a lot of money for a small side like what we are basically nowadays. And we are going to be paying that off until 2044. So we're still in a lot of debt, and unless some, Qatari billionaire is going to come in and save the club, then at the moment we're going to have to play things on a shoestring budget. We're actually going to have to manage our way out of this, rather than just, buy. We're going to do things sensibly. So, enough babbling from me. Let's get into the game. Let's look at the match preview. They're going to play a 4-5-1, which isn't surprising. I'm guessing Jordan Rhodes is no longer at the club. Shola Amiobi. Wow. And Amorbieta. And there's Lindegaard. They've got some alright players here. I don't know who Rittenberg is. Perhaps a youngster or not? If I was to guess, he's probably a youngster at Blackburn. Oh, no. Yeah, no, he is a youngster at Blackburn. He's obviously come through and is now their main striker, but he's not obviously doing a very good job. So, let's get into the team selection. We're at home, so we're going to play our standard home style, which has worked quite well, and I fully expect us to win this game. We've been so good at home. I am going to start with Smith up front. The main reason for that is because Marcus is injured, as is Jed Wallace, which means that Smith has to play because Eccleston's the only other player that can play in his position, and he has to play in Jed Wallace's position. They're only out for a couple of weeks, but it's still a pain in the bum. Saiku's actually going to start. This is what I mean. It's useful to have these players because they've got a lot of potential and they're useful for backup. And they won't complain at me this way. So here we go. Let's get into the team. Oh, yeah, we've got to give him a number, haven't we? Tom Saiku. I like his name too, Saiku. He's Albanian. I think he's 22, but he's got a lot of potential, and I'm hoping we can help him realise it a little bit. Yeah, our goal difference is unfortunately a little bit poorer now because of the game against West Ham pretty much solely. Palace look like they're going to win this league, but Sheffield United, the Blades, look like they're on the way up. And I'm pretty certain there's a couple of Blades fans that are my subscribers, so nice one, guys. Yeah, let's just see what we can do. What's Sylvan got for me as far as opposition instructions? That looks fine. Rousson is actually our top scorer at the moment with 10 goals, which I think shows you how this sort of system is kind of working / not working. If we could get a striker that could really finish this, that's the key. And I think that's where I am going to look for in the summer. We need to get ourselves a new striker that's good for this level. And so I would say if you've got any suggestions, but because I've had to record so far ahead, I may not be able to follow them. Although this one's going to be going out on Thursday, so I might have a better chance of following them. So drop any suggestions of a striker I should sign in the summer that could score goals at this level and put some of those chances we're getting away, because that's what we need to do. Massively. That is the key for us. And I'll tell you what here, Griffiths is down the right hand side. Can he whip a ball in? You know he can. And it's an own goal. It's an own goal, I think. Yep. Fernando Morbietta scoring an own goal. That seems very unlike him. It's not like he did that loads of times for Fulham last year. But there you go. Pompey won. We've not even had a shot yet. And we're 1-0 up. It's like being Man United. Right. Let's just turn off my... we don't need the league table up here. I only need the league table up here because I was recording St. Pauli earlier, and yeah, if you watch that series, you'll know why we need the league table up. Griffiths with a good ball in, and it is literally just... Oh, dear. I hate conceding goals like that, so I imagine that if I was managing Blackburn right now, I'd be pissed. But they've actually started quite well. We've not been great so far. I'm just going to give this a little bit longer. Here we go. We're starting to come into it a bit more now. But I think we're just the better side. If we can get a second goal here, and Smith, he's not very good in the air, so that's a problem. Musonda wins it. It's down to Griffiths again. Griffiths is... His passing in this sort of area of the pitch has been superb. He can pick these little balls in behind. That's poor, actually. He does tend as well on it from time to time, though. But when he gets it and does actually get out of his feet, he can put it in some nice areas. Eccleston whips it across here, and it's come to Griffiths. Oh, he should have scored. How did he not score there? That's our first proper good chance of the game, and it's been missed. Kieran Griffiths really should have done better there. His goal contribution this year hasn't been quite as good, but his assists have been superb, and that's kind of why he's in the team, but we do need to see him breaking onwards a bit. Musonda's ball in, and it's cleared away again by Blackburn. Pompey are definitely on top here, though. We've started well. Just defend this, guys. Big header. That's a great clearance, and Ryan Smith is on to this. I don't know how fast he is. I don't think he's... Oh, he's not going to even bother running. What a ball. Across the pitch for Eccleston. Can he knock it behind? There was a ball on potentially, but Eccleston now whips it across, and it's gone straight to Morbietta, and he didn't put it in his own net this time, which is a shame. Oh, I'm tense because I know that we should have beaten Blackburn at Ewood Park earlier in the season, and we absolutely have to beat them today. Saiku's got caught out there, and he... Come on, hurry up, Tom. Ball whipped in, and never going to be able to score from there. And Glencoe, Rittenberg, don't let him shoot, don't let him shoot. Good clearance, well done. But that ball could still come straight back at us. Come on, guys. Got to get out to them a bit more. That's well done. No, well, I say well done. It was a great initial tackle, but the follow-up was poor, and Amiobi's surely going to score. Oh, well cleared. Adam Webster gets it away, and it is still 1-0 Pompey, but Blackburn have had a couple of chances now. They do look a little bit more dangerous than I was expecting. But Corey Evans is injured for Blackburn, so that's going to force them into an early substitution. Omar Rowe is on. I've heard that name before. Taylor into Mantum. Musonda out on that wing. He's going to have a little dribble. It looks like he lost the ball, but it's been deflected to Mantum anyway, who now has lost the ball. Blackburn are really hassling us, but that's a good ball up from Webster. No, it's not. Get to it first. There's two of you. Oh, Blackburn, they're hassling us, but when they get the ball, their passing is a little bit loose, and we need to make the most of these situations when they arise. Griffiths, again, ball up to Smith. Knocks it on for Eccleston. First time strike. 2-0 to Portsmouth. That is some really nice link-up play between those three. Well done, Ryan Smith, actually. He held the ball up there really, really well. And again, it's Griffiths with that decent pass, but yeah, Griffiths knocks it into Smith, but I think it was a first-time ball, actually. Smith just knocks it into the path of Eccleston, and it is a great finish from the lad. And that is 2-0 Pompey on 27 minutes, which is just absolutely perfect. Couldn't ask for a better. We will actually close down. Oh, it's Sammy Amiobi, not Shola. Apologies, there's a lot of Amiobis, because there's also Tomi Amiobi. Close. And Mantum, can he knock it into the channel here for Musonda? Probably a wide? No, we're going back down the centre. Interesting. Mantum to Griffiths. Can he pick a pass? He finds Smith! That looked offside to me. But if it isn't, then fair play. No, it is 3-0 to Pompey. See what I mean? Home team taking our chances. And again, Kieran Griffiths with the killer pass. He really does know how to pick a pass in this sort of area. He just seems to slide them in behind really, really well. And he's responsible for a lot of goals for us this season from that exact situation. 3-0 to Pompey here now. Ryan Smith with the goal. He's got that finishing ability, and well done him for doing it. If we can get at half-time at 3-0 up, I'll be pretty confident. I just don't want them to get one back before half-time, because that could, we've come back from 3-0, so why can't other teams? And here comes Wolford. I'm just trying to think. Maybe... am I not on close down less? Yeah, that's right. I changed it. I took it off of close down to close down less, because don't let him score from there. Oh, come on! Paul, you've got to be doing better than that, mate. It's a donkulous tight angle. I've never seen one of our players score a goal from that angle before. How close was he? But yeah, I took it off of close down less because I felt that we were conceding too many long shots. That is an angle, and oh, well done for diving for it though. At least you made an effort. Hopefully that isn't the start of things to come here, because we're 3-0 up, and if we don't win this, I'll be absolutely fucking fuming. But it's up to me to try and stop them from doing that. You know, it's not just a case of we're winning, we should be winning. That's not how it works. And wow, they've really come back at the end of that first half. Okay, so if we were 3-0 up, I wouldn't be so bothered, but it's a really finely balanced game here. I'm going to continue with the strategy for now in this second half, because I don't want to go to that defensive strategy just yet, because that will just invite them onto us. I need to make sure that we can still, you know, pose a threat ourselves. And if we go to that defensive midfield strategy with Holland's dropping back, then that will not be the case. I'm hoping that Blackburn are a little bit complacent today's game and don't start really coming at us, but they've actually looked quite good at the start of the second half. Oh, come on. Right, get to it. Clear it. Clear it. Sorry, we were on more direct passing. Oh, well, oh. I thought Griffiths had got to that. Well, he kind of did, but that's a really, really poor pass from... That's the thing. Blackpool's passing is a little bit loose, and that is causing us to be able to get on behind. And oh, Smith's in behind here. Go on, Ryan. Go on, Ryan. Oh, my God. He took it round the keeper and then missed. Jesus. He's got 16 finish. What's his composure must be awful. Rittenberg, terrible angle. And again, Blackburn with another decent chance now. This game's starting to look a bit dodgy now. Before you put that ball in the net, and I say net because that seems to be what happens from corners, concentrate. Concentrate. Ball in, and it's cleared. Well, now chase it. Get out to it a little bit. You know he's just going to knock it into the player. Oh, he actually didn't, oddly. And that should be a simple clearance for us. And Rusonda can bring it away. And if he can knock it into the channel... Oh, Smith had made the run. Smith made the wrong run there. I can't believe Smith missed that opportunity. That would be game, set, and match. And it was much easier than his first opportunity. He'd done the hard bit. He looked like he took it past the keeper and then just skewed it horribly wide. Ugh. Right, Smith again gets the ball. Can he drop it off to anyone useful? Into the channel for Eccleston, and Griffiths is the one making the run, and I'm thinking he's the only one to get on the end of this here. Griffiths! And that is beautiful play. Eccleston's ball in. Kieran Griffiths, only his second goal of the season. He's been a bit more of a not defensive, but like more of a creative player this season. But a great gut lung busting run forward there, and he's got it in, and it is 4-1 to Pompey. Right, that should be it now. Oh, hang on. Oh, we've got the ball. Manton has a go at goal, and it's going to... Griffiths on the follow-up, and it is 5-1 to Portsmouth. Wow. And he's... Well, just as I say, he's not been scoring enough goals. He scores twice in about 3 minutes. We've had 6 clear-cut chances, and we deserve the 5 goals. This is better. Manton with a lovely strike, and Lindegaard probably could have done a bit better than that. And, yeah, didn't make much of an effort to save it in the end. So, there we go. Let's make some substitutions now. Probably get Webster off, actually, because he's looking a bit knackered. I'll keep Watmore on, although he is booked just because. Who should we bring in? I'm going to bring in Danny Hollands, for the simple fact that we may need a defensive midfielder at some point later in the game, just if something ridiculous happens. And I tell you what, let's bring on Ricky Warner. This guy's got the bench a couple of times for us lately, and I'm just thinking, let's give this lad a try. He's a winger. So, does it say what foot he is on this screen? No, I don't know whether he's best on the right or the left. Who's most knackered out of our players? Rusonda's on the left, and he's not actually been as good as Nathan Eccleston today, so we're going to bring on Ricky Warner for this one as well. So that's our changes. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to get it done. Give that a try. We're 5-1 up. We may as well give him a bit of a run out. Because why the hell not? We don't really need to tell them to concentrate, but I'm going to do it anyway, just because I don't want them to get complacent right now. If we can win this 6-1, I'd be very happy, because it would be sort of like a revenge for the... well, not revenge, because Blackburn didn't do nothing to us, but like it would show me that we're actually capable of winning by those sort of scorelines as well as losing by those sort of scorelines. It kind of balances it out a little bit. Can't believe they've had the same number of shots as we have. In fact, they've actually had more. But comes down to the amount of chances, of course. We're obviously just letting them onto us a little bit now. I'm surprised they're still going for it, what with the fact that they're so far behind. How would you only have 1 minute of stoppage time at the end of the second half? I've never seen that in an actual football match. And it's cleared. And I thought we were going to get another one there, but we'll take 5. And Kieran Griffiths has got himself a double. So well done him. Man of the match, maybe? I think it's got to be Kieran Griffiths. 2 goals and 2 assists. Jesus, this lad. This lad. I love him already. He's just going up and up and up. Finishing could do with being a bit better, but for the role he plays, concentration is up. I'm just going to have a look at not Sam Smith, he's the singer. Ryan Smith's composure. 13. Finishing 16, composure 13, first touch 12, not bad. Decisions 13. Bravery, I mean... So I'm trying to find a reason why he's not putting those sort of chances away. His stats seem to suggest that he should be. But it didn't matter in the long run. Maybe it would have been nice if he had scored it because we would have had our 6th goal of the game, but it doesn't matter. And we're up to 13th place. And we're now sort of a win away from being right on the coattails of the playoff spots. Would you bloody believe it? I don't really consider that to be the case. We're not going to get in the playoffs. We're not going to get close to the playoffs because we can't sort out our away form. But we are now 10 points clear of the relegation places, and that is vital. That puts us in a really strong position. And that is enough for me to basically say that we're probably safe. There's 12 games to go. We're 10 points clear. We've got decent home record. We've very, very decent, in fact. So there we go. There's the table. Lovely old job. Just going to have a little look at the stats. Just to see if there is a way we can see the wages. Stadium sellouts. No, net transfer spend. Who spent the most money? Ironically, us. Fulham have actually gained 12 million. Oh, no, wait. That's gained money, isn't it? Yeah, Palace are doing well then. I wish there was a way that you could see the wage bill. Oh, hang on, salary per annum. Well, there you go. £3.34 million. Oh my god, West Ham's wage bill. Christ on a bike. Huddersfield's is pretty large too. But there we go. We have the smallest wage bill in this league, and we're doing just fine considering Blackburn's is, you know, more than 3 times ours, and they're bottom of this division without a hope in hell at the moment, it seems. So let's just take a look at that home form then while we're at it. Us and Palace have won our last 5 home games in a row. We are solid at Fratton Park. That system works well here. It's just away from home where things are a little bit tetchy. So if you've got any ideas of ways we can strengthen ourselves away from home, then go for it. Let me know, because we really do need to do that. So without further ado, I'm just going to quickly check what our next game is going to be for the live com. It will be the Ipswich Town game at home. So we've got Brighton away, which is going to be tough. Bournemouth at home, we have to win. Palace away is going to be a nightmare. Middlesbrough away, you never know. Huddersfield at home and Ipswich at home. I'm saying 9 points, because I feel like we're going to lose all the away games. We may as well try and win all the home games. I'd like to see 9 points. Obviously, you'll see the Ipswich game in the next livecom episode tomorrow. So, guys, if you like what you've seen, have we done a squad? No, have we? Oh, we'll do one in the next. If you like what you've seen, please feel free to drop a like on the episode. And if you'd like to even more than that, please feel free to subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and St. Pauli in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for the Ipswich Town game. Bye-bye.